By the 9 and 4, welcome to the live stream. Apologize for the delay, had a bit of a hurricane. I am hoping everyone is well. Okay, let's see here. I am doing okay, but I am also not seeing my own. Only the most professional productions here. Think that will. Oh, I'm probably going to hear myself. This will be horrible. Oh, oh, can I catch it? Oh, nope. Hit myself, heard myself. All right. Ooh, camera's a little close. So I'll move a little away. All right. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Everyone out there in the crowd, I don't see anyone there yet. Nope, not yet. Okay. Oh, let me mute myself before. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize. I'm still learning all of these fandangly things, and I think my poor computer is. Oh, it's chugging. Apologies. Hope I didn't blow anyone's ears out. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Uh, Wanted to thank everyone who either drops by the stream now or watches it later, or has been watching the various releases over the last few weeks. I've been seeing a very marked uptick in views, and it is extremely heartening, even if I don't understand where it's coming from. I am thankful nonetheless. We just had the release of the basics on dragon culture, and it's doing fairly well. Um, our next week, ooh, next week's entry is already in the shoot. Uh, Local supporters got a live stream of that last night. No, night before last. Um, and I hope they enjoyed it. Let's see here. Anything else on production? I Further exploration into dragons' culture and society and such is going to be coming in the future as soon as I get some questions and queries about details people are interested in. Those two should serve as a basic on the dragons for a while at least. As always, I'm always looking to have to make entries answering your questions. Ah, hey RH Snow. Drive-by hug. Thank you so much, Snow. Uh, we've got we've got to meet up and talk again soon. It's been too long. Appreciate you dropping by. All right. Just remember to reach out. You know how to get a hold of me. We'll make it happen. I do appreciate all the support and help. Um, Snow herself is a wonderful author. You should check her out and follow her at Watch Her Damned on Twixter, right? It's great to be seen. I am trying to get used to doing this stuff. How is the audio and visual since I have you here for a second? Okay, so Watcher Damned on Twitter, R.H. Snow, a wonderful author and an even more beautiful soul. And good friend to the library. Thank you very much for the feedback. Picked up a better camera so I could actually make these live streams a little more professional. Problem is they're showing all the age. I think I might go back to that 720p when it actually made me look a little younger. However, um, on the subject of production, now that I'm starting to get back into making content again, there are several directions I'm looking at possibly going. I'm also rattling the tree as far as old acquaintances that had shown an interest in perhaps helping out. So I'm going to see if I can get some people together and we can bring out some much higher quality versions of the content that you've already been enjoying. Thank you very much, Snow. Um, Particularly, I am heavily inclined to do the YouTuber trap of reworking old content, primarily because I would love to see how the various stories I have would be if they were presented with proper voice acting and more on the level of an audio drama. I've teased the idea and I've tried a few things here and there in that direction, and it is something that can completely be done. It just takes a lot of work. And I want to make sure when I put that work forward, I am doing it when it counts, I think is the way to put it. Because I love telling the stories of the realms and sharing all the details with you. But I want it to be better. Not only for you, but for me, because the realms deserves it. In that vein, like I said, I'm shaking some old trees and seeing if I can get some help from people far more talented than myself. Um, and I'll keep you guys up to date as that starts forming and formulating. Like I said, I foresee either remastering old Tale content that way, because I don't really see a reason to remaster any of the more academic setting entries, the ones just directly on the setting. I think it's the stories, because stories is what drives any setting, and I think those are what deserve the remastering and the extra attention. Not only are some of am I very very proud of a lot of those pieces I wrote. I think they can. I think I can do it better, and I think the setting and my viewers deserve it. So I am going to be trying that. Uh, Responding to a little bit of feedback I've received personally, it has been brought to my attention that I do not necessarily need to hold myself to some strict weekly scheduling if that's going to affect the quality of the work. I'm of two minds on this. On the one hand, I think my viewers deserve the consistency of knowing they're going to have something. I know I've been doing shorter entries as of late. This series is going to be shorter entries, mostly um, because I'm getting back into doing this. The absence, while not lacking for me doing a whole lot of prep work, brainstorming, all that stuff, setting up for not only future story events, but ironing out the kinks in very difficult things to explain, because I would like to do either, well, I want to do a mix of audio dramas and basically educational lectures. I kind of do the lecture thing with the entries as is, but anyone who has followed for more than a few entries are aware of the depth and complexity that a lot of the fundaments of the setting entail. Time being a great example. So, I would like to be able to make proper entries going in depth, logically, and relatably into some of these subjects, um, as well as make comparable length audio dramas. I mean, I personally love audio dramas when I'm at work, when I'm stocking shelves and just doing stuff. So it's something I want to do. And it's also one of the few avenues in my current position of content production assets, uh, that is reasonable for me to start working on now. Um, Also, I am curious, and this is something I might make a community poll of for all the work those have. Uh, there may be a new, what would you call it? A new series. Um, I recently have finished assembling a very basic uh, setup for green screening and things such of that nature, because I have a couple ideas I want to do. One of them may end up becoming a new feature series there, or whatever the heck we're going to call these things. Basically, some more content in a slightly different vein than the Intro to the Realms or the Tales. Uh, just the rough outlines of it. It will be a character of the realms reflecting on various subjects brought to his attention regarding a little ball of mud called Earth. And I'll leave it at that. Uh, with the caveat of no, you don't need to worry about some political hotbed issues. No one from Jam'mR would understand the politics of Earth anyways. You guys are ass backwards, according to them. That's not the problem. However, we'll leave that at that. But other ideas using that equipment are very much on the table. And I do want to offer something of visual appeal, not just audio dramas. So that is something we are going to be working slowly towards. as far as any future, the immediate future content, I will be basically plucking subjects out of my hat if there are not suggestions or other queries that spawn a entry. I find answering questions in the form of an entry extremely satisfying. Several comments and questions in the past have resulted in some of the best entries I've done, in my opinion. So honestly, feel free to drop me a question, drop me a hey, what the heck is this? Hey, how does this work? Whatever. You never know what might end up being far more than just a singular answer and a whole entry that can actually illuminate a niche space of the realms. I do like to ramble, so give me ramble ammo and I'd be happy. Other than that, I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching the videos, sharing them around when you do. Insert YouTuber thing here. I know I'm supposed to do this, hey, hit the like button, hey, hit the subscribe button, share it on the social medias. I understand it. And yes, I just did it right there, because as two minds as I am on the subject, if you don't bring it up, people don't remember. I've seen it in action. So, forgive the shilling. But I want to get the realms to where it needs to get to. And apparently a little bit of shilling once in a while is required. Apparently a little bit more than a little bit. But that is for future. Dragons are, as I said, just wrapping things up. We're going to make this a fairly short stream, about 20 minutes. Mostly because I'm running out of things to talk about without no, I do have one more thing I can talk about for a little bit. Those of you that have been following for a while are aware that we currently have some storylines in progress that are absolutely still in progress. They never stopped being at least brainstormed and framed out. So I am hoping to have some interest from various parties, and, and when those stories start continuing, I'm able to do it with actual voice acting and proper audio production, along the idea of audio drama and stuff. I'm kind of holding it back for that because during the downtime, like I said, I never stopped brainstorming, and I've worked out these guys' stories and fairly decent bit, which affords me the rare opportunity in this case, since I haven't been figuring out what happens, applying it, making a video. I can actually start going back, and when we go to produce these things, I've got that extra level of planning. And I think it's going to result in a much higher quality of a product, of a presentation. I do feel that I should probably, before I say my final goodbyes for the evening, before I head on over to my locals community for a exclusive live stream there, as every live stream I do, I do a follow-up one there on Gryphon'sLibrary.locals.com for my supporters there. That's part of my promise to them. They get early access to the videos and entries. They get extra weight in voting on the choose your own storyline style stories. And I'm trying to build that up as the place to go for all things Realms. But before I head over there, almost forgot what I was going to say. Uh, quick wrap up. We have uh, more entries are coming. New forms of content are on the horizon. I am actively looking to expand my team to raise the quality of things, as I always have been. Um, Check out RH Snow, who was kind enough to drop in and say hello. Watcher Dam at Watcher Damned on Twitter, X, Twixter, whatever the hell they want to call it. Other than that, let me know if you're interested in any particular part of the realms. I always like to make content in response and answering the questions of those interested. It's just more satisfying for me. I think that's all the major points. I waffled on, but that's what I do. I do waffling, I tell stories. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you as always for your time and your interest. There's a lot of different things you could be doing. And choosing to see what this realm thing's all about and see me waffle on for a little bit. You don't have to do it, and I appreciate it. Even if you're just listening to me in the background, thanks for the time. If you want to share this about or reach out to me for anything, I'm always looking to collaborate and work with other motivated people. Now, in the words of the recorder, by the 9 and 4, be well, take care of yourselves and each other. Have a great night, guys.